Good morning, everybody. I was letting Gage in this morning on the back deck, and I heard two loud, distinct wood knocks. You know, it's first thing in the morning. Nobody's out in the woods. Nobody's back here. The forest is super quiet this morning. There's nobody back here. We got 5 inches of snow last night, and very clear I heard knocks. Now, if that's a guy out here hunting, he's not going to be knocking. He's not going to be making those sounds. Nobody's out here to my knowledge. The only people that might be back here in the swamp might be on the tail end of bow season for deer right now. And trust me, they are not knocking anything louder than they have to. Their knees, when that 12-pointer that was on our trail camera the other day comes through, that's about the only knocking you're going to hear. That was a monster buck, guys. I've only ever seen in our area 2 bucks like that. Down south, you guys get some monsters, but up here, no. To get a 12-point buck between the winters, the wolves, and the hunting, 12-point is extremely rare. To put it in perspective for you guys, my dad has been hunting, 60 years. And the biggest buck he's ever shot was a 10-pointer. Now, yes, it was a trophy. He actually won the biggest buck for the region that year, but it wasn't even a 12-pointer. So, hunting aside though, so when we came to the edge of the forest here, I heard another very distant knock. I don't know if it was captured on the microphone on the camera here or not. This is what keeps me coming out here. I don't know of any animal or any circumstance that would cause knocking like that other than frost, okay? And it is not frosty. It's 0 degrees today. So all this snow that we got, it's right on the verge of melting. Nothing is frozen. We had colder days when we were hunting back in November. If you guys watch our deer season videos, there's 10 of them. It was so crunchy, it was so loud because it was like -5, -10. Everything was frozen. Not right now, it's 0. So there's no tree popping going on. And usually you need an extreme shift in temperature for that to happen. And you'll hear it happening all over the place around you when you're out in the forest. So that's not it either. Deer tracks. The sun is just starting to come up now, and already I can feel a few wet drips hitting me under this spruce tree here. Things are starting to melt already. When you look ahead like this in the woods, there's an opening right there. And as I've often told you guys, anytime there's an opening, the animals use those openings the same as we do. So if you can see an opening, you can guarantee an animal is going to use that path through the forest. It's just so thick everywhere else. And here's a great example. There's a deer has come right down through this opening this morning. It's starting to brighten up pretty good now, guys. I can see very well. It was pretty dark when we first got out here. I'm gonna head back for the house now. I haven't heard any other knocks or anything. This is all I can do, right, is when we hear something, get out, go for a little walk and investigate. Just the wind, I guess. The wind is starting to pick up. The forest is full of bird sounds now. There was nothing when we first got out here this morning, but I can hear all kinds of chickadees around me right now. Up with the sun, I guess. One outing doth a video not make. We'll be back out here on the trails again shortly, guys. I'll probably bring Gage with me next time. I just wanted to sneak out this morning and see if we could get close to what was making that knocking noise. The first two knocks that I heard when I was on the deck sounded like they would have been somewhere right around here where I'm standing right now. But everything else I've heard today has been distant. 400, 500, 600 yards further back in the swamp. And yet we see no tracks. So what is making these very loud knocking sounds? Not woodpeckers. We've been over that. Not even close. Not a chance. Not even close. I don't know. Good evening, guys. I'm sitting here bored. All the kids are out doing things tonight, and I started playing with something new, ChatGPT, which I have never played with to this point. So, a couple of things. This is super interesting and cool. The first thing that I had it do, because I'm me, and you know what we do on these channels, I had it write me a Bigfoot poem. Would you guys like to hear the ChatGPT Bigfoot poem? I actually thought this was pretty good. I typed in a few keywords and said, please use these words, create a poem in this style for Bigfoot. And this is what it came up with. Bigfoot of the North. He roams the forests of Ontario, a legend in the land of snow. He leaves no trace of his existence, hardly a footprint, and only whispers of his presence. He hears the howl of the timber wolf. He sees the glow of the northern lights. He enjoys the chill of the frozen wood. He smells the scent of the pine trees. He shuns the noise of human civilization. He prefers the silence of his isolation as he watches over the forest with care. He is Bigfoot of the North, a loner, a cryptid, a mystery. He is Bigfoot of the North, grandfather to all of the forest's creatures. He feels the pulse of the ancient land. He knows the secrets of the seasons and the wind. He shares his wisdoms with those who seek. He speaks the language of both the trees and the creek. He knows the secrets of the north, the cold, the frost, the stars, the earth. He lives in harmony with nature, a guardian, a friend, a lonely, mysterious creature. He is Bigfoot of the North, a protector, a sage, a legend. He is Bigfoot of the North, a symbol of Canadian wilderness.